Hi everybody, welcome back to the PC test server. But what I want to do in this video is tell you about probably the biggest change that's coming to PUBG on console and on PC with the update that's coming on the 12th of January 2022 with the free-to-play update, and that is action queuing. And this is really going to improve gunplay in PUBG on console and on PC, so on controller and mouse and keyboard. Now, I've got my controller plugged into my PC, so I can kind of show you. So what happens at the moment, let's say we're in a situation where there's an enemy down there somewhere. And what I want to do is jump around this corner and then aim down sight and start shooting at them. Now, what happens at the moment is when you go to jump around a corner and then while you're in the air, press the left trigger, for example, on your controller to aim down sight, or click the aim down sight button, what happens is this. Oop. That. So while you're in the air and you press the left trigger, when you land, you don't aim down sight. Now my left trigger is pulled down, right? And I'm not aiming down sight. Let me show you again. So you jump, and it doesn't aim down sight. Now, if you jump and are still moving, it sometimes will aim down sight. And what this can lead to is situations where you end up kind of meaning to jump, aim down sight and shoot, and you end up hip firing, with very little accuracy. So, and this applies to lots of things. So it's kind of like the game wants to finish the animation of you doing the jump before it will let you aim down sight. And it's a real pain. This can happen in lots of situations, actually. Say when you're getting out of a vehicle as well. That's another thing. But now, if we go into the settings and go into gameplay and go all the way down to the bottom, well, almost all the way down to the bottom, here we have additional action queuing. Enable or disable the extended set of action queuing functionality. When additional action queuing is enabled, you'll be able to more smoothly transition between certain character animations by holding the button for the next desired action before the current animation is complete. So if we apply that, what should happen now is when we do the same thing, so I jump, press the left trigger in, I should aim down sight when I hit the ground. Bingo. So we come around the corner, we jump, aim down sight, and there we go. And when we hit the ground, we aim down sight. So that means we can jump, and you can see there actually you can aim down sight. You can start firing. So when you're in the air, you're going to be hip firing. But as soon as you hit the ground, you can aim down sight. So this means that when you jump out of vehicles, as you're exiting the vehicle, you can hold down your left trigger or hold down the or press the left click button to aim down sight on mouse and keyboard, and you will start aim down sight, and you won't be caught in that terrible situation. I'm sure. I tell you what, another reason it happens is when you're changing weapons as well. So you'll be like, oh god, I've got the wrong weapon out because someone's close. You go to change weapons, and you'll start to aim down sight, and instead of being able to aim down sight and shoot at them, you end up hip firing. When now you can as you're doing the animation for changing the weapon, you can hold down your left trigger and it'll aim down sight automatically. There we go. That's a great example there, isn't it? Where all I'm doing is holding down my left trigger and changing weapon, and it's automatically aimed down sight, where before it wouldn't. You'd have to release your left trigger or release your left mouse button, or right mouse button, sorry, and then press it again. So this is a massive change. Now, people who are new to PUBG, you might not really notice this because this is the way the Battlefield does it. It's the way the Call of Duty does it as well. It's the way that Rainbow Six Siege does it. All games apart from PUBG, as far as I'm aware, have action queuing. Because it kind of makes sense, but the fact that this is now coming after all these years is absolutely fantastic, and I think it's going to make a gunplay so much better. So there we go, action queuing. Go into the settings, go to gameplay, go to almost to the bottom, and look out for that additional action queuing and enable it, and your gunplay in PUBG on controller or keyboard and mouse is going to be so much better. Anyway, what do you think? Put your questions and comments down below, and I will of course see you again soon.